Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. Oh, it was a bit of a tough swing there, that's okay. We're gonna play as the Convict today, and I'm gonna beat the game. This is gonna be a 1080p, 60 FPS Steam gameplay walkthrough, Enter the Gungeon, 1080p gameplay walkthrough, let's play video, ending, final cutscene, there you go. I don't know if we're gonna beat the game here. Every time I gotta turn down the freaking volume as soon as we get in here. It's my own fault. I've been watching all these quiet, contemplative, videos and listening to this music. You can't have, like, Slint on and, at 9 a.m. and then come back and play Enter the Gungeon. You're shooting people in the face, It goes from quiet and contemplative to a little bit bombastic here. And I'm not talking about a Shaggy song. Anyway, last episode was a mild disappointment. It could have been a major disappointment. A major disappointment at this point is at least not even, like, getting the chance to fight the Dragun. And we still have major disappointments on a semi-regular basis here. Just ask your mother? Haha, sexual inadequacy. But we're gonna do our darndest here to be a little bit better. And that's all we can do, incremental progress is progress. The way to long-term change is a number of consistent days where you make short-term changes, You don't just go from, an overweight person to a marathon runner overnight, It's just not feasible. You gotta start, walking to your car, parking a little bit further away, and then 18 or 19 years later, all of a sudden, you're the new Lance Armstrong or something like that. And I want to be the Lance Armstrong of Gungeon. And there's a joke to be made perhaps about steroids in there, but at the same time, I am taking a performance-enhancing drug. It's caffeine, not anabolic steroids. Let's be honest. As we all know, as soon as you inject a steroid, you just immediately start competing for Mr. Olympia. And I don't think, I don't want to really get that bulky. I just kind of want to get toned. I'm thinking like some high reps, low weight, sort of like 100 bicep curls of this KFC, $5 family feast. And that should give me, the body that I'm looking for here. I'm using the sawed-off primarily to start with, just because I really don't like using the steady revolver. Or the budget revolver. There's probably a difference between all of these revolvers that I haven't really been paying attention to. Just before the episode, I solicited a little bit of feedback from Twitter. I was like, okay, I'm about to record a Gungeon episode. I see people complaining in the comments. A lot of the complaints end up being non-specific. They say, hey, no offense, but your choices in Gungeon are killing you. Yo, I hope that made you feel better, because you gave me nothing to work with. It's like if your teacher, handed back your report and is like, see me after class, then you went to see after class and it was just a note on your teacher's desk that said you're fucked, right? Like, I need some specific feedback here on what to improve. No offense, but your decisions in Gungeon are killing you. I don't know, but I guess we'll just make different decisions this time. You know what? Let's start right now. Instead of using this sawed-off, I'm gonna start using the budget revolver. Whatever George would do, we're gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna get whatever the opposite of a tuna on rye is. Chicken salad on wheat. I don't know if that was George Costanza's exact order in the episode where he becomes opposite George, but you get the idea. Sometimes people ask, what Seinfeld character would you be if you were in Seinfeld, and they try to, like, find the roles of all the NLSS members. Honestly, I don't think every man, I think, sees themselves as George. And I think there's a little bit of George in everybody, because, open this chest, or do we go to the shop, buy a key, and then possibly go down to the oubliettes? I don't know, that chest is pretty quality. Here's your recipe for George. Every time, you're out and about in the world, you'll get slighted in some minor way, or you'll have an idea that is genius, but in your head it wouldn't work, but what if it did? And that's your George recipe right there, is just take that and then blow it way out of proportion, make a whole story out of it. That's not me being, rude to Seinfeld. It's one of my favorite shows, But I think everybody has that experience. That's why everybody sees themselves as George, but in all honesty, I think out of the NLSS crew, I'm really more of a Jerry, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna open the golden chest and not go to the oubliette. And that's such a Jerry thing to do, isn't it? I'm snarky sometimes, but my life is relatively put together, I suppose, and I try to keep it that way. Brick of cash. Reveals secret doors. This can be used to pay off unscrupulous snitch bricks who are willing to betray their mortared brethren for cold hard cash, not legal tender. So it's not an active item. Wondering if, like, maybe when we walk into a room, it'll tell us if it's secret. We should do our due diligence on this floor to figure out if it's, figure out how it works. If that makes sense. Maybe when we just walk into a room, it'll let us know. It's a good way to deposit our excess blanks, for sure. So we... Wait a minute. We should be able to... No, we already bought a key. Does the Convict start with 0 keys? Or did I use... I don't remember. This is why I'm walking here, by the way. This is why I'm... Hey, I'm walking here. Who is the George in our group? Probably Rob is the most, like, expressly George-like, in my opinion. I guess we'll see after we finish this. Not Bullet King. Hey, it's not Bullet King for once as the Convict. Why stand so close to this enemy? And, of course, watch out for the explosive barrel. It gets you every freaking time. Who's the Kramer? That's a wild one. I think, you know, maybe Dan Giesling is the most Kramer out of all of us. I mean, is it not extremely Kramer-ish to, you know, win a reality TV competition and then parlay it into a successful streaming career? Like, that is... That, to me, is Kramer in a nutshell. No, this is Kramer in a nutshell, buddy. Help, how did I get in this nutshell? Okay, why not use a blank there? If we have the thing that reveals secret rooms, we may actually not even need to use a blank to get to it. I don't know if it works like X-ray goggles, or maybe it works like Spelunker's head. You know, could be either or. Okay, we did some decent damage there. Really, Gatling Gull is like the ideal enemy to have Molotov cocktails for. We just need to actually be able to fire like a second one here, and we'll be good to go. We might not even need to hit him again, but... I'm very happy with the way that went down. Kind of came close to taking damage towards the end there. That's okay. We got ammunition. We got the Mac 11, I think? Mac 10. Look, you're gonna make fun of me. I don't know guns. And you know what? I'm not ashamed. I'm not necessarily anti-gun or anything like that. And even if I were, I wouldn't want to make the video political because I just wanted to stand on its own as entertainment. But at the same time, people, like, they get very offended when you... Some people, I should say. Get very offended when you say you don't know things about guns. I've shot a pellet gun a couple times in my life. I've shot some cans with it. I did grow up in the country. You know, I was around guns occasionally, but never took much of an interest myself. We've already been that way looking for a secret room. So let's check. It was in the golden chest. Okay, alien sidearm is actually a pretty solid room clearer. It was in the golden chest that we got the secret room. It must be here. Okay, let's buy a blank and check. So that's what we're looking for to find secret rooms. Buy the blank. Please don't give me a blank. Give me a key instead. Or 2 keys would be awesome. Then we could actually go to the oubliette. And we got 2 red hearts. You know what? I consider that basically we paid whatever the blank cost, like 20, for us to learn the lesson of what the brick of cash looks like when it reveals secret rooms. So that's valuable. Down to our next floor, and we're actually set up fairly nicely here. The alien sidearm is an acceptable room clearer, especially considering we're in the Gungeon proper, very early on in a run. We don't have any keys. Access to secret rooms is going to be awesome, though. By the way, thank you to a viewer, Modown Joe, who let me know. Well, I guess we're going to spend our ammo drop getting 5 ammo for the alien sidearm. Who let me know the actual, like, articulation of how the coolness stat actually... Oh, come on now. Of how the coolness stat actually works. It's like your coolness stat... In parentheses, I'm gonna butcher it here now, but effectively, it's a product of whatever your coolness stat is, and it increases your chances of getting a drop the longer it's been since the last drop you got on a room. So, effectively, it should serve as kind of a way to get more consistent item drops, is as your coolness stat goes up, I'm not going to say guaranteed, but the probability goes up that you're not going to go so many rooms without a consumable drop, or without an item drop of some sort at the end of a room, because it's not all consumables. You could get a chest as well. As long as we don't take damage there, I'm happy with that. Yeah, Alien Sidearm is like... It's like a little miniature, Mega Hand. It's certainly not as good as the Mega Hand. But it fulfills one of the things that the Mega Hand does without fulfilling the other one, which is, you know, super high damage when necessary on bosses. But it's okay. In fact, it's almost like, you know, when you're playing, like, Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, you're like, whoa, I don't want to, you know, craft that card, that's way too much dust. Well, here's one that's, like, objectively basically a little bit worse for this deck, but it's a little bit more of a budget option. In Gungeon, you know, we don't have 4, you know, Monastery Swift Spears or whatever, so we're just gonna throw out, you know, a Thraben Inspector or something like that. It's a weird example because Monastery Swift... I hate that I have to say this because it's just anal, but... Oh! Monastery Swift Spear actually rotated out of Standard when Thraben Inspector came back in, and neither of them exist in the same shell in Modern, so... we're definitely going to be interested in picking up the Scrambler here. Gives us a huge leg up on boss fights. Synergizes incredibly with a number... I hate that. Synergizes incredibly with a number of active items as well. This is a really, really strong start, and I'm being serious when I say that the Scrambler should be our #1 priority. It's at least a high B or low A tier boss killing weapon. It may even be slightly higher than that. You know, not quite S tier necessarily. But that's bullshit. I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. No more S tier. We don't do, you know, F, D, C, B, A, S, okay? Okay, that is a special book of secrets there. Or maybe not as special as I thought, apparently. We're gonna stop at A from now on, okay? Don't even give me your 4-leaf clover. Gotta say, apart from that one little bit of shitty damage we took on the first floor, doing pretty well since that point. Another ammo drop. We can definitely use that. I don't really like using keys for NPCs in this day and age. But we'll see how our not HP, but how our consumable layout shakes out. We might have enough money to buy a key, and then if we have enough money to buy a key, we'll probably be relatively happy. I don't think there's any way we're not going to get the Scrambler. So let's go buy the Scrambler and fight the boss. It's just too good. Hopefully no Ammoconda. Okay, it's the Beholster, who does get affected by fire. So we're just gonna keep shooting these in, and of course, you know, it's all about not taking damage here, so we're gonna do our darndest to use our blanks effectively. Or at least as effectively as is necessary, in order to not take more damage than is necessary. You might say, Northernlion, the shit that you're saying makes no sense. You may be right. I'm kind of in the zone right now, trying to fight this boss without taking damage. Beholster is pretty much, in my opinion, the easiest second floor boss. I don't know, Medusi's pretty easy as well, but... Helix, really good damage output. I've got to learn to use that item a lot more often, a lot more frequently. Sure, we'll take Scrambler ammo. We still have 1 blank left over, which is awesome. We got 5 HP. Did we get everything there? We did. Let's go check this final room just to see if the secret room is there. Sometimes it does work out like that. I don't see him. And I haven't seen our secret room, the thing that tells us where the secret room is yet. This is a really solid run right now. Is it strong enough to beat Bullet Hell? Well, let's focus on the increments here. Is it strong enough to beat the Dragun? Yeah, I mean, 5 HP. Normally, like, this is about the level where I feel comfortable, if that makes sense. it would be awesome to have 6 or 7 HP by the time we get to the dragon fight, but it involves flawlessing like every boss that we come across, which is pretty unlikely. So I think this is a relatively comfortable level of HP. And I certainly can't be too disappointed about how our items have shaken out. Oh, I shot the table twice. You know, we've gotten some of the better items in the game. Admittedly, you know, I had to buy the Scrambler. But that doesn't really bum me out that much, considering, you know, it's access that is the currency in the game. Just having the ability to buy it is valuable. So we have some kind of shrine over here. Not a shrine. It is the shop where we can get laser sight, double vision, airstrike, etc., etc. Secret room. Hey, Tomo, you want in, buddy? You come rushing in like a freaking, like it's low tide or something. Can't keep rushing away. Okay. I also, as many people have pointed out, I've got to get the elevator man shit done. So we should be checking the elevator man on every floor because he actually does give us the ability to kind of finish those elevator men in parallel, if that makes sense. Yo, I must have glossed over the existence of... Oh, that's not true. I may not have glossed over the existence of Secret Room Man. Because... How much money we got here? 28? Key might be a little too expensive. That's funny. We might need the key to access this guy. And then maybe the secret room's in there. So, I think we're actually just done with this floor. It's a real bummer, but... Would I rather have access to a chest... and a little bit of extra money left over, or would I rather have the Scrambler? We wouldn't expect the average item to be as good as the Scrambler, so I still do think I made the right decision and kind of got screwed by getting ammo drops instead of keys. You know, sometimes you can buy 999,000 lottery tickets and that millionth permutation is the one that's going to win the Mega Millions or whatever the heck you guys have down there. Powerball. Shouldn't stand there. Just destroy some bullets so we can be safe here. I really do think, and this is probably obvious if you're looking at our loadout, I think we have an excellent loadout. You know, that's a key. We'll leave it on the ground for now so we can open some stuff on this floor for the first time ever. We have a really solid room clearer. We have what I would consider, I mean, if you asked me to rank it, one of the top 5 or top 10 boss killers in the game in the form of our Scrambler. I also think that the Molotov is actually pretty okay, but the problem is that it's only good against a relatively small subset of bosses, but as you saw against the Beholster, when it actually manages to work against those bosses, it's pretty sweet. So I think we're very well equipped for the 3rd floor, let's put it that way. I also think we went through the entirety of the 2nd floor without taking any damage at all, so I mean, I'm pretty happy about that. Now, there is a chest in there. It will curse us, but let's do it regardless. We need the access more than anything else. And that actually gave us HP, so I'm thrilled about that. Even at the cost of 1 curse, to the best of my memory, 1 level of curse does nothing negative. 2 levels of curse starts more jammed enemies. 1 level of curse is not bad. And it also gives you access to the black market should we be lucky enough to find one, which admittedly is quite unlikely, but... I knew it. In fact, we should start taking a different practice for these enemies. I don't actually think that the Scrambler or the Helix are the right choice. I think it's more sensible to roll with the machine pistol. Which is a gun that, as of right now, kind of has no use for me. So being able to find some way to kind of get some value out of it, while also preserving the value in our other weapons that may actually be functional for bosses is good. You might be saying, well, NL, why aren't you using the Helix then? Aren't you getting nothing of value out of the Helix? Well, for now, but if we run out of Scrambler ammo on a boss fight, which is an outcome that's fairly plausible, we're going to be extremely happy to have the Helix to back us up. That was a kind of a horrible roll, so, oh god. I'm very lucky to have not been hurt there. Yeah, walk in the fire, please. Well, a little bit of a waste. So there is a key back there for sure. Well, I don't know if we're going to use it to open that. I'd really like to see more, you know, secret room dudes to feel like I'm not just completely missing them. You know what? I didn't even see that one coming in. The machine pistol should be like our go-to, I need to kill things quickly selection here. Should stand on the tracks so that you can land these shots more easily. I'm not very pleased with my performance there, but life goes on. We certainly have the HP necessary to recover. Life's easy. Good. Okay. Enemies that die in a single alien sidearm hit are my jam, so to speak. Can't even make it into here. Man, these rooms have been... Not these rooms, but this floor has been... This run, there we go. Has been very unforgiving with respect to the access that it's given us. Like, a lot of rooms that I would like to visit here have actually required keys, and keys have not been in great supply so far. Far be it for me to complain, because unlike some of our runs, we actually have access to some pretty awesome weaponry right off the bat, but... You know, of course in my head, I'm like, man, it would be amazing to have access to this weaponry and also have access to some fucking keys. You know, we could be having our lunch and eating it too. And you might say that's not how the expression goes. I say, who tells me to have cake, or that I can't have cake for lunch? I'm an adult. I don't do that because I'd like to live to see, you know, hypothetical children grow old and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, I could do that. A second key. This is great. It's actually really great. Will I use this key to visit that weird semi-secret room sort of thing that we had going on? No, probably not. You know, we'll certainly check out our shop, see how that looks, and then probably just crack open some chests because, to be honest with you, I mean, the run is really good right now. What I would like to see more than anything else is some solid passive items. And I was going to say I'm not going to use my Molotov, but I actually am going to use my Molotov. Because I hate Mushroom Man. He's his own worst enemy right now. He's setting off these, you know, Molotov traps all over the level. Didn't mean to fire that. Thank God we didn't do it in the shop. Okay, buy a key. We don't need an ammo drop immediately. Crack this open. Grab this key. You know, taking some damage on the third floor, there's no shame in that. I was enjoying that brief period where I felt like I was the world's greatest player for not taking any damage at all, but of course that's transient. That's got to come to an end at some point. We got 3 keys. What are we going to do with said 3 keys? Oh my god, it takes 100 years to find the right spot to get to here. Start by opening the green chest. Maybe because we have 3, I might open that door. I don't know what it leads to, though. I'd be pissed if it led to a room that had just a locked door. And then had, like, a chest behind it. The Void Shotgun is a pretty solid weapon. I'm not 100% sure if it fits a role in our system right now. But, it's not bad. We'll find a use for it, probably. Table Tech Rocket. It's the first time we've ever had that, so it's something new. We got it for pushing the thing into the table into the pit. This ancient technique causes tables to fire off like rockets when flipped. Well, let's you know, read the flavor text. The final chapter of the Tabla Sutra. The pages are badly scorched and barely legible. Is this a sexual maneuver then? Baby, I've been flipping these tables. Who's getting able and able? Okay, so that seems interesting. Not sure if I'd rely on these for cover in the future, but Molotov's not even close to ready. 2 blanks. Who we got? Okay, Dreadnought. I'm pessimistic about our chances of finishing this without getting hit, but certainly it's possible. But it's going to require, you know, no lapses in concentration, which is not that's not really my bread and butter for the most part. But if we can get this Molotov off soon, I would be thrilled. Just need like one more hit. No! And then I got close to try to throw the Molotov. Very stupid of me. We got a lot of crowd control bullshit happening now. But as you can see, the Scrambler, so nice, man. The item's so nice, they named it twice. What's its second name? I didn't really think about that far into the punchline, honestly. So we're not going to get the Treadnought. Flawless. Slightly disappointing. Man, the Scrambler's so ammo efficient, too. What a good item. We get an ammo drop. We have seen this item before. Alien Sidearm's doing okay. Scrambler, I think the Scrambler could use the ammo more because it's such a good boss killer. The Jolter, I think, is actually pretty good as well. But maybe for later use. Dude, I'm freaking out because I have not seen the secret room guy in a while. So I think I might just be ignoring him when I see him. Like maybe I'm just, you know, rushing a little bit. I kind of want to go through these rooms and see like, hey, where's my secret room, man? So I'm going to actually check, bit my tongue there. I'm going to check this room back here and just see if he's in here. So we could get me, you know, Elder Blank, Gold Amulet. It's all too expensive, unfortunately. Well, okay, to be fair, we have seen our elevator room. Yo, where's Cash Brickman? You're not here. I'm just checking the dead ends to be, you know, relatively safe here. Where was our other chest? I was back in this room, which we've clearly already seen. What about this room down here that looks like a freaking turtle? For some reason, I'm thinking it could be Turtle Room. Really gotta, like, look at the sides of the walls. I don't see Turtle Man in here. Could be in 69 room, but... What I've learned... I hope the cash item gives you just a coolness upgrade. Because I am not really using this to great effect as an active item. You think it's like on big rooms? Maybe I'm not peering at the walls closely enough? Apparently not. These rooms, like, are not that large. What about mirror room? Perhaps he was near the mirror and I was distracted? No, you'd think I would have seen that. Well, I mean, there's not really much I can offer in my own defense here except to say, I'm sorry, but also, I'm doing my darndest. Oh, there we go, finally. And we did all that to pick up 1 armor, which is not bad, and, you know, could be the thing that ends up winning the run for us, but probably won't be. I think I'm going to make an executive decision to try running the Jolter as our room clearer. Probably a little bit faster DPS output than the Alien Sidearm, at least. That floor was not the strongest performance of my Gungeon career, but it was, it didn't set us back much, in my opinion. So we should really... Yeah, I'll fight this room, of course. Basically, I tend to think of this as a free item, so... You definitely do not want to use the Scrambler against those guys. They will punish you for that. Okay, wait for them to start doing their little dance of destruction. There we go. 1 dead. Wow, that was stupid. Just walked right into it. So the big thing you want to watch out for here is the laser beam. I think we killed Skelly. Knock him out, man. Terrible performance on this room from me. But when the enemies are all dead, we'll get an item. Which is going to take 200 or 300 years. But once it's done, it's done. Yo, the Jolter's solid, though, dude. It's going to be terrible for ammo efficiency. You know, we're already almost half done. Oh! Scared the shit out of me, man. Well, it's alright. He gives us a mimic. We kill the mimic. We get something out of it. Gave us the icebreaker. It's the shotgun. The 3rd shot is special. Let's see what that's like. I've had it before. What if we just... Oh, the other table got destroyed. The third shot is real nasty-like. Oh, God. I let the grenade walk into me. This is a new level of badness. Go back to the Jolter. Again, keep morale high. This floor has started kind of poorly, but it started poorly partly because, you know, bad variance. We got a Mimic. In addition to getting the Mimic, we had a trap room, or a room that we made into a trap room at least. We could have said no to it, but it's very difficult for me to say no to a free item. And the icebreakers seem solid enough. But again, you know, just because it didn't necessarily work out doesn't mean it wasn't the right decision, because it could have worked out. That's what happens when you're playing a game that has some probability associated with it. Bloody Eye, slower enemy bullets. This could be very useful for me. I've been having some trouble parsing. Oh, I shot Cape Bullet again. Okay, don't shoot Cape Bullet this time. Be smart. Take a gun that allows you the ability to be a little bit more considered in your approach. Okay, kill the grenades, because the grenades are going to blow up in your face. Good, 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 good. You doing it? You doing it? Oh, that's bullshit. He knows it. Alright, so wait for this dude. He'll disappear. People said just wait a few more seconds. You'll be fine. Never let you turn around your cape on your brother. Such a good idea. Wait 20 minutes to asunder. Hey, okay. We've saved one. That puts us one-tenth of the way there. Progress, though. So what's the dream on this floor? Well, one thing is great 2005 track from Amarie. Whatever happened to her? But anyway, one thing that we want here is also what are we going with? The Jolter. Get our HP back to a better level. 3.5 is pretty good. You know, if we'd never flawlessed a boss, or we only flawlessed one boss, this would be a level of HP where maybe we'd be honestly completely happy to be here, but honestly that's not the situation that we're in, so let's not judge ourselves based on that situation, you know? We're almost out of Jolter ammo. Might as well, like, use it all the way to empty. Was there a cape bullet? Did I just shoot a cape bullet? Or was that just their gun making me think it was a cape bullet? You know, backup room clearer? Sure, alien sidearm. Not my favorite weapon in our existing arsenal, but not bad. And we actually got through that room without taking damage, which is not the most difficult thing in the world, but not necessarily absurdly easy. I hate these mage-focused rooms, dude. Purple Mage is the biggest piece of shit on the planet. The shit that he creates is so annoying. It shoots at us, it hunts us down. He's the #1 menace for miles around. And the Hollow's no joke, dude. If we end up fighting Fallen Priests, we could find ourselves in a tricky spot. Gotta say, though, with this many blanks... Okay, somehow they didn't punish me there. I should have taken damage, but... Okay, we finish it off. Good. The other thing, the thing I really should have said about the coolness stat is that your coolness stat exists independent of the damage that you've taken. So when you take damage, it does not mean that your coolness stat goes down and you're less likely to get a drop. I was misinformed or ill-informed about that, one way or the other. Alien sidearm, I don't think it's good enough anymore. We may want to go with the icebreaker, honestly. And if we use it, if we roll into frozen enemies to kill them, or just roll them off the edge, I guess, it should be a little bit more ammo efficient than it originally appears, is my hope. I think we should fight the boss right away. This could be a terrible decision, though. We have 3 blanks, just make sure you use them. We are fighting the Fallen Priests, or whatever his name is. Ah, this is the worst. Great work. Where is he? He's down here. Try to Molotov him. Now this is probably where you say, hey, let's switch to something like the Helix, get all the skulls killed, and then switch back to the Scrambler. Mobile enemies are very disappointing to fight with the Molotov. Tough to hit. Tough to hit with the Scrambler for that matter as well. Now this, you just dodge into the bullet. It feels like they slowed that down, but I can neither confirm nor deny that. Helix, great damage, by the way. Might seem a little bit like a waste to use it for this situation, but as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not taking a hit from it, I don't consider it a waste. If we have to blank, never mind. Definitely should have blanked. No, you don't understand. Just hit the boss so I can get the Molotov back. There we go. That's great stuff. And a couple more Scrambler hits, he's done. We actually, I shouldn't be disappointed perhaps with this boss fight, but I'm going to be because a couple of better rolls, we actually would have flawlessed him, I think. But this is the hardest boss we could have fought here, so I'm pretty pleased with the way it went down. I think I'm going to take Jolter ammo. And the Galactic Medal of Valor gives us extra damage against tough enemies. Significantly increases damage dealt to powerful foes. Acceptable. Anything that ups damage is going to be considered an upgrade for us for sure. That is on the level of being meaningful. You know, that's satisfying. Gotta admit, Jolter taking 3 hits to hit or to kill an enemy doesn't give me as much confidence as maybe some of our other guns. No, you don't understand. The Shaman's gotta go. Well, as long as we keep the Shaman on the move, that's easy enough then. Extra blank. Oh, I thought that was the bullet man. See, I am keeping an eye out for it. We had some other priorities for a brief time on this run. Please. I hate that that thing lives for so long. Yeah, I think in the future we should not take Jolter ammo. It's too inefficient. We use way too much ammo to get not very much value out of it. Where the heck is our secret room? Or our shop, for that matter. That's why we're still exploring here. Normally, I'd like to be out of this fairly quickly, because it's dangerous. But we don't really have much of a choice, you know. If we head down to the Dragun floor with our present setup, we could be fine. But I do worry that my HP is a little too low. But for once, I really have... Well, not for once, but I definitely have nobody but myself to blame in this situation. Buy the key. Apparently, Mine Cutter is amazing, but we don't have the credits necessary. Certainly, I think at this point we could probably say take the sod off. And we're doing this to kind of throw a Hail Mary. Take the sod off and take the machine pistol or the MAC-10. The MAC-10's good, but I'm hoping for something incredible here. And it's the cactus launcher. I don't know that I've ever seen this. Doesn't mean it's bad. We could buy half a heart. I mean, it's only going to get more expensive on the next floor, so you know what? Let's do it. I am going to open the green chest. And it's not going to be a mimic. Ooh, it's the heroin. This instantly becomes our best weapon. Without a doubt. Quickly try to peep some, like, second or regular secret room access here. I'm going to check the obvious locations to see if I can find Cash Brickman. The elevator room is one such example. We could get HP there that could actually guarantee us or give us a great chance at getting the dragon kill, so I think it's sensible. And there you go, we got a key, and we got a full red heart out of it, which is very valuable. I don't think we left any chests alive. No. So we're gonna head down to the next floor. The heroine changes the game for us from a room clearing perspective. No longer are we gonna be frightened. Basically just a demonstrably better version of the alien sidearm. Which we should not use to kill extremely basic enemies. Like these guys. Is this whole room just grenades? Far be it for me to complain, that would actually be fantastic for me. Yeah, just keep them at bay, man. This is perfect. Alrighty. Now we'll get the heroin charged up, and no need on this room either. You want to peep the door for where you're actually going to be going here so that you can get there in time. There we go. And the heroin is so good. You know, I do expect to take damage down here. Don't let me trick you into thinking, you know, we got a good chance at the flawless, because I don't think that that's true. However, every room that we go through without taking damage gives us the chance, albeit perhaps a small one, to recover our HP to the point where we're no longer scared. And that's the big thing, you know, if we can be confident going into that dragon fight, that confidence breeds competence. It's a good idea. I really wish that we'd hit that enemy, though. That's fine. Molotov's ready. Probably shouldn't be... I'm gonna take it, because in all honesty, we're probably spending money on HP on this floor if we find the blacksmith in time. I forget what I was gonna say just a second ago. The ability to just point and shoot at enemies is just lovely for us here. If I'm making a wish list of things that I want, you know, items and functionality that I want, certainly on that list... Oh, that was so bad. Certainly on that list right now is... a better active item. Molotov's great-ish, but it's no good against the dragon. Double vision, potion of lead skin, potion of gun friendship, anything along these lines gives us a ton of benefit. So really, we shouldn't be shy about using our Molotov. If we get, like, one enemy kill with it, that's fine by me. Whoa! And we actually got very lucky that our big bad spawned in the shit this time. 3.5 HP. Yeah, I think we just go for it, honestly. And if we choose to, after the dragon fight, we can explore the rest of the floor. Obviously, the dream come true is to just flawless this boss. It's extremely unlikely. Is the heroine still our ideal choice here, or are we maybe more in scrambler territory for the consistent damage? Might be in scrambler territory. Just in general, I tend to have a little bit of a preference towards items that I can fire a little bit more quickly. This is going pretty well. Now this is where you take out, like, the helix. Just go wild. Normally this is an easy dodge. And, we got it done there. Okay, so go back to the scrambler here. We should open up the Ammonomicon and take a look at the cactus. I might have just whipped the Molotov off the edge there, but I don't know how we're supposed to get it to land properly against the Dragun in this situation. His hitbox is off the edge, as you can tell by where the, you know, the scrambler projectiles are going. Should be entering the final phase pretty soon here. And he's second now. Hopefully before we have to really dodge anything dangerous down here. Beautiful. That was a little touchy. I think, honestly, for this phase, we're going to want to use the helix. The output is better than it is for the other guns, I think, as long as we're standing in the right spot. So we want to be, like, here. I think that could do it on the next phase. And maybe we could even land the Molotov there, I don't know. That was a very bad roll that luckily worked out just fine for me. Might need to do one. Oh, no. Oh, and I've covered the floor with Molotov. I gotta admit, not to toot my own horn, but I'm quite impressed with the dodge through that Molotov. I think, honestly, we have to just head down to bullet hell right now. Although bullet hell is going to be harder than what we're doing right now. The flawless on the Dragun is, of course, very nice. We've got a decent amount of HP. Maybe, I mean, we have the heroin setting us up nicely. As long as we have decent scrambler ammo, it could be better, but we could get an ammo drop. And the heroin is going to last as far as room clearers go. So, as of right now, there's no other way for me to describe this run except to treat it as a pretty big success. I think, above all else, we played really solidly. A little bit of a dip on the 3rd and 4th floor. But we pulled through and we did really well on the 5th floor for sure. Now we're on bullet hell. And I'm not expecting anything, but certainly it would be awesome to be able to pull out at least like one phase of the Lich kill or something like that. Chamber 6. Now remember, many of these enemies are going to be one-hittable. Terrible dodge that just got lucky with. But not all the enemies are going to be one-hittable. If possible, it would be good to prioritize the biggest assholes, and devil bullets are some of the bigger assholes for sure. Great work. Every room you go through without taking damage is a triumph at this point. If you're able to keep your... oh, just kill him. If you're able to keep your blanks for use on the boss... I was so close. I was so close to navigating this absolute idiocy. The bullets, like, deviate from you as they hit. Dude, fuck shot grubs. Oh, you are the worst. You're also pretty bad. Alright, could have been worse. Boss fight. No. Little optimistic, maybe. Is Table Tech Rocket any good? I mean, I prefer Table Tech Blank. And it's got cooler synergies associated with it, but, I mean, anything that allows you to fire some rockets out of your face seems pretty sweet. I think this seems like a great opportunity to use our Molotov cocktail. Come on, you gotta be close. That was pretty lucky for us. We're gonna take our key right off the bat because, again, I don't really think that we're gonna be worried about a shop on this floor. I don't even 100% know if there is a shop on this floor. I'm going to assume that there is, because of the fact that so far there's been a shop on every floor, including the secret floors, but... What do you do for bullets? Just oh, not normal bullets. Okay, kill the other guy first. One type of bullet to navigate is the important part there. Okay. Should have definitely just shot at the enemy. Remember, every enemy that gets killed here is one less, you know, constellation to have to dodge. It's very nice. Okay. One's dead. Ah, I just shot it like a second too early. There we go. They're gonna be one hit each, so all you gotta do is time it right. This room! Dude, fuck all mages. There we go. Okay, beautiful work. Still 3.5 HP. Where I must have bricked the Molotov into the pit. It's extremely unfortunate. No, don't shoot. Don't shoot the Grim Reaper. The wind and the sun and the rain. We could be like they are. Oh, we did it, team. Okay. Okay, find a shop. Whoa! A little bit of a an asshole-ish start there, if I do say so myself. Bullet comes through the door right as I walk in. Dude, extra blank, extra ammo. Heck yeah, take scrambler ammo. You're gonna say, oh, why'd you waste that shot? Didn't waste that shot. Got the ammo drop for it right after, you sucker. This guy has no idea how lucky he is to be alive. You're the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst. And you're the worst. No more worst enemies, please. Just a gun nut? That's no problem, man. That felt good. Okie dokie. Keep it going. Didn't quite get the job done I was hoping for. What about this one? Maybe not. Oh. To kill a mage before it does anything. Is there anything sweeter in this life? Hate this room. Think I fucked up the Molotov? Oh, but we finished the room. Unfortunately, it's a dead end. That's what I call a dead end, but it's a dead end for dads. It's the same as a dead end for everybody else. Except there's 100% more dads involved, guaranteed. All we need from the heroin, by the way, you might be saying, oh, we're getting a little low on heroin ammo here. All we need from it is the ability to get us to the boss. On the boss, I'd prefer to use something like a scrambler. That's a little bit more, not to be insulting, but a little bit more mindless. It doesn't require as much consideration. We can always roll Helix as well. I was gonna say, I thought I heard a Skelly in here. Probably like 3 shots on this guy. Yeah, that's very acceptable. Of course, you know, that can't be the end. It would be a little too simple. I hate the fact that the other ones are faster. Makes it so much harder to actually take them out. I was hoping they'd be able to push him into the lava there, but no such luck. Another dead end. You know what's really nice, though, is the fact that even though we're hitting these dead ends, we're living. Like, it's not like we were coming down here and, you know, we didn't find our... I didn't even see that guy. And we're not finding the boss right away and we're eating shit as a result, you know? Like, we're hanging down here. Admittedly, it's like, you know, one of the best runs I've ever had from a weaponry perspective, but... like, it's very nice. It feels good. We just need middle dude to die. Yeah, now that he's gone. Relatively easy. Again, I ain't sweating this, this heroin situation. Oh, come on. You're gonna do me like that? Have you never heard of the song, Don't Do Me Like That? You're doing me exactly like that right now. No more shot grubs, please. Beautiful. 15 ammo. Oh, we found the boss. Okay. Here's the moment of truth. Look, we got low HP. Lich is a real asshole, but we at least have a chance. I'm proud to have made it here. Yes, I'm real proud to have made it here, where at least I know I'm free. Good. Ah, okay, bad dodging, but life goes on. Don't teleport. He also, I can't help but notice, dude's immune to fire, huh? Oh, this dodge is such bullshit. They're like perfectly placed. It's almost as if they've designed this boss fight to be difficult or something. Yo, we're totally gonna work through the first phase of the Lich. That's a step up. If nothing else... Wait a minute, what? Okay. I was like, too good to be true. There's no way that... Whoa! Whoa! Is it Dragun 2.0? Ah, it's Terminator boss fight, okay. is Mass Effect 2 all over again. Okay, well, I have no goddamn idea what your boss, like, attack patterns are, so I think justifiably, I'm, like, slightly frightened about this. We have no blanks. Okay, I mean, until I got hit there, that was one of the greatest moments of my Gungeon life. Probably should not have put that there, huh? It's gonna make dodging a little tougher. Holy crap, okay. Is that it? Have we done it? A floor covered in eyes scares the shit out of me. Is a skeleton man with 4 legs made out of bullets. Okay. You gonna spin those? What happens after this? This is fine. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking, is that he's gonna spin. Please just be bad. Whoa! Okay. No. Whoa! Have we done it? Oh my god. I think we actually did it. Well, that's a huge surprise. Riddle of Lead unlocked. Gungeon Blueprint unlocked. Credits? Wait a minute. Have we done it? I'm actually getting a little chills down my spine here. We just shot the Gungeon in the face. And fell in. It's Super Mario World all over again. Nobody. You did great. Riddle of Lead. Gungeon Blueprint. Hell yeah! Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.